What's up, everybody? It's your host, The Real Brody, and this is the We Say
They Say
podcast. In the house tonight, we got Miss April. We got my man right here, Mr. Maintain. We got my brother, my DJ, my motherfucking man, meet you 2 times, say it 2 times.
4 times.
Y'all know how we do it every show. Miss April, how was your day? Matter of fact, I'm sorry. How was your birthday?
Great. My birthday was lit. I went to Cancun and Tulum. We was there for like 6 days. We had an amazing time. Yes. Yes, it was a group.
Oh, somebody hit that joint on the break?
Oh, Lord.
No.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
Couldn't have been that great. You ain't getting no birthday.
It's okay.
It's all good.
We went with my girls, so that's all that matters. We had a fantastic time. Like, you guys have to go experience it. It was good.
All right. Mr. Maintain, how was your day? Did you get that good PTO?
Man, I worked all day today.
I know that's right.
That's it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do it every day.
They said ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's called being essential.
Facts.
Right,
Unfortunately.
essential drug
Yeah,
dealer.
unfortunately.
Essential drug dealer.
That nigga stupid.
Meech, how was your day?
You know me, man. I'm essential just like y'all, Mo. You know me. My Uber, my DJ shit, you know. Gotta do it all. Chick-fil-A.
Cut grass.
You know, them lawns is coming out. And I'm a cicada killer. So if you got endless cicadas, in your backyard, call me. You know, I get your backyard straight, man. Get that shit out of there.
Call
man.
the bug zapper.
I'm gonna tell you. Y'all seen Men in Black? Fuck you talking.
Agent J.
Yeah, Agent Meech. I am the Agent M. That's what we gonna call me. How was your day, brother, man? How was your weekend?
My weekend was all right, man. I worked, for real. That's all I did this weekend, for real. I didn't really do shit. It was raining all fucking weekend. So for those who was not here,
Oh, yeah, my bad.
ma'am.
I wasn't here either.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you weren't here.
Shout out
Yeah.
Team Durant. My young boy went down there, got some buckets, you know, on them motherfucking fuck country niggas down in North Carolina.
Ain't that where you from? You gonna call him fuck
Wow.
niggas? Ain't that where
First of
you
all,
from?
everybody don't know that. Second of all, I'm not from there. I was born there. There's a difference. I am a Measy. I'm from Maryland,
bad,
nigga.
fool, my
I got
bad, fool.
301 tatted on my forearm, man. Make sure y'all know. But I was born in North Carolina, for those who don't know. I don't know nothing about it, so therefore I'm like 21 Savage. 21 Savage from Atlanta.
shit.
He was born in London,
Oh,
but he
shit.
from Atlanta, man. Fuck it. I'm from Maryland.
Man, he was there to, you know what, we not gonna.
Yeah,
we not
I mean, he was
talking
12. I wasn't 12. I wasn't 12 when I moved to Maryland. I was young. I was in 2nd grade.
But, man, my weekend was all right, man. I worked, got some money. That's it. That's about it.
Where the
Enjoyed-
money
enjoyed
reside,
myself.
where the money reside.
Enjoyed myself at work. But let's get into the topic, man. So tonight's topic: what's the biggest problems that prevent men and women from being in relationships/marriage? I'm not gonna start with the lady right now. I'm gonna start with Mr. Maintain. So go ahead, do your thing, champ.
He's a founding member of Maintain. He's not Mr. Maintain. He's one of the Maintain
That's
members.
what he called himself.
No, he called himself Hefe Maintain.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me. My bad. Excuse me.
My bad, my blunder.
I blundered.
Mr. Maintain. Told you he don't identify by that, so he didn't know you was talking to him.
The biggest reason, I think the biggest reason today is we ain't built the same. But I feel like mostly women not built the same like they used to be.
All right.
That's what I think. What about you? I mean, I think it's funny. I'm not surprised. Listen, though. I'm not surprised, though. We ain't going to be on no overly Kevin Samuels type shit, though. But I'm not surprised that women laugh, right? They laugh, but they last. You see what I'm saying? Like, they are truly one out of every 4 black women get married. So I think it's funny that they laughing, but y'all losing. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't laughing at that, but...
I don't know what you was laughing at.
We want to know the joke. We want to know what's funny.
I wanted her to pass the hookah, just FYI, who those who wanted to know.
Oh, that's what you was laughing at. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pass
yeah.
me.
Okay.
Baby,
Pass
pass
me
me
the
the hookah. There you go. You know the song.
Okay,
April?
what about you? Damn, you gonna suck it all night or what? You gonna get to the top?
Oh.
You was just sucking in, so I had to, Anyways,
There's a lot of sucking going on. I don't know what's happening. My goodness.
Give her the question again, Murdy. She forgot. Help her out.
So, the question is,
Well,
What's the biggest problem that prevents men and women from being in relationships/marriage?
what's the new Dr. Umar? Say it 3 times so she can get it.
Did you understand?
I completely understand.
Okay, I know you weren't retarded.
Shit.
I just think when it comes down to relationships, people don't really take the time out to get to know one another. I think a lot of people just jump out there. They see who looks good, and they see you shining on Instagram, and it's like, oh yeah, I want to get a piece of that. But you don't really know, like how they said, you have to learn somebody's background and history and all of that before you actually get to love them.
Gotta get the car.
A lot of people look good, but they got a lot going on within, like. Okay, so long story short, I always tell my friends, I don't think you should date if you are not 100% happy with yourself. You should not be out here dating anyone.
Correct.
You need to be happy with yourself so you can take that happiness to a relationship. Do not ever think that someone else is supposed to make you happy. That's the problem in relationships.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not happy with yourself, nobody else can make you happy in a relationship.
Nobody should. You should never put that on anybody else. You should make yourself happy.
Right. Okay. Meech, what you think?
Social media.
I was gonna say that, but I'm glad you brought it up.
I feel like social media plays a big part in why this generation relationships don't work.
Quick question: Do you think we see too much? You think social media exposes too much to us?
Yeah, facts. It definitely exposes a lot of ass, but
temptation is all down your timeline. Like, what do you mean?
Just a lot of pretending. Temptation at the club. Fuck the
temptation
timeline.
is everywhere. Temptation is once you walk out the door. To be completely honest, so we can't really put it on temptation, but I feel like social media exposes us to too much. You know what I'm saying? Like not even just temptation, just overall. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that like copy, you know what I'm saying, memes and stuff like that saying relationship goals and all of that. And to be completely honest, in my opinion, nobody else's relationship goals should be your relationship goals. You should have your own relationship goals. You should just want to be happy with the person that you're with.
So let me ask you this.
I agree.
Because I put a majority on women, right? I do. I believe it's majority on women. But who do you, if we're going to go off what you said, right? Who do you
Me
think,
or her?
What you said.
Okay, I got you.
When you just made a good point. You said that nobody's relationship goals should be yours. You should make your own relationship goals.
Right.
Now I'm going to ask you, who do you think is doing that? Do you think men are out here looking on the internet saying relationship goals, I want to mimic their relationship, or women looking at things on the internet and mimicking things that they see, trying to make it their own?
So you know what I think? I honestly, overall, I believe it's women, but I feel like the men that are in relationships are allowing the women to tell them, look, I like this, these are relationship goals, I feel like we should go this way, and the men are trying to mimic those relationship goals.
So it sounds like it's a lack of strong men. Because if a woman got too much influence, and the man, when it's not nothing logical, right?
Right.
If a man call himself a man and allow a woman to lead in a sense, knowing that what she's trying to get them to do is not appropriate or not something that will sustain a real relationship,
right,
we call that a weak man?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so this is another thing I want to point out. A lot of these men out here don't know how to lead because they were never taught to know how to lead.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of these men are being raised by their mothers. You know what I'm saying? Grandmothers.
What do you consider leading?
Having a plan and sticking to it. Letting your lady know, look, this is how it's going to go. We're going to do this, X, Y, and Z, and this is how it's going to go. I got it. We're going to go here, this, and this.
Okay.
So leadership look different to me in different ways. But
right,
mainly, leadership is knowing when to step in and
right,
knowing when not to, right? I ain't saying that a woman don't got to be able to have an opinion. The problem is they got too much of an opinion when you allow them to, right?
Right.
An opinion just means you can, when you allow it, meaning like you allowed to go with, you allowed them, I'm sorry, it's not that you allowed them to speak. I'm not saying that you allowed their opinion to influence what you do too much. you allow
what you mean by
to
that,
lead the relationship.
Lead the relationship.
So if a girl speaks on how she feels, then she's talking out of time?
No. That's
I
not
don't know
what
how
I'm
you
saying.
got from that, but I'm gonna just say this.
Because you're saying allow.
Allow. I
someone
said
to
the
do.
man allows your opinion to lead the relationship too much, right? So that means
In what form, though?
You're
Like,
eligible
how?
to have. I mean, you're fully capable of having an opinion. You got lips. You can talk, right?
Right.
And a man can hear what you got to say,
Right.
But he allows your opinion to influence what he does when he knows it's not appropriate or something he should do because he want to cater to your feelings, like you said.
Right.
And that's a weak man. It's an appropriate amount of time that you should do that.
That is not a weak man.
At some point, you don't feel like a man should cater to a female's feelings in certain like standpoints.
If it's detrimental, that's what I'm saying. If you allowing her feelings to influence how you to make your decisions, y'all both bound to drizzle.
So what if her decision making is better than yours? Then what?
Because y'all are a team.
Well, we'll go back to my original point. Say that again. What if her what?
What if her decision making is better than yours?
So that goes back to my original
Men
point.
not knowing how to lead, right?
What did I say makes a good leader? I said a good leader is knowing when to step in and when not to.
Well, correct.
So again, we got to keep this emotions out of the conversation.
Right.
Never said that a woman was incapable of making decisions, right? Mm-hmm. What I said was, if you know you may not be good at something, right?
Right.
And you allow, you let her opinion speak up, and you follow her opinion because you may not be well versed in that particular area or whatever, then ain't nothing wrong with that. But I would still call you a weak man if you recognize you have a shortage in your manhood and you're not working to get it better. Like, your woman should not be that much better than you in certain things. It ain't nothing wrong with her being better initially or whatever. She make better decisions. First of all, if you're a man,
there's a lot of women that's better than men with money.
Understood. And you're a weak man if you don't try to get better with your money. Why are you settling with just being bad with your money? Why is that okay? Oh, I'm just my girl better than me with my money. I'm just let her handle everything. Or you can be an alpha male and you can say my girl better than with me and how I handle my money, but I'm gonna watch how she do things. I'm gonna talk to some OGs. I'm gonna get some advice,
take notes.
and I'm gonna get better with how I manage money.
So does it make a man weak? So does it make a man weak if he is providing, but he allows the woman to handle all of the bills?
Again, no. If a leader knows when to step in and when to step out, that's a good leader.
I know, but what I'm asking is, for instance, like if you're in a relationship and a man is like literally like, look, I'm providing, I'm doing this, that, and the third, but I want you to handle all of the bills. Does that make him a weak man?
Leadership, a part of leadership is delegating. So he's still leading because he's delegating. He's telling you this what you gonna do. He's giving you a job and you doing it. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
What decision did she make?
But you just said if he's not good on money making, then that makes him a weak man. If he's not making,
baby, we gotta listen. I said if he's not working,
because I'm like better. Not following.
I know. Listen, I'm gonna talk slow.
It's like going in like a circle. Like what?
No, it's not. I'm talking clear.
I'm not getting it.
I'm telling you this.
You just said if a man cannot manage his money properly, then that makes him a weak man. But you have some men in a relationship.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely said.
Trying to get better.
I know
trying to get better.
Okay, I'm missing
him
it.
giving the girl the money?
What I said was, what did he say? Get a girl the money.
I said you was referring to him giving the girl the money.
What I said was, again, a man is a weak man if he doesn't try to improve on his shortcomings.
Okay. Right.
So for this example, if he knows he's not good with money, is that the standard that y'all making?
This is what you're saying. I'm trying
baby,
to.
I didn't create the topic, but I got it. Jesus Christ.
That's what you did.
If he said, if the man is not good with money, and he recognizes that his wife or his girlfriend is better with money, there's nothing wrong with that. He's delegating you to handle that, right? What I said was he's a weak man if he's not trying to get better with dealing with money. Okay?
Got it.
I got you.
So we gonna check mark that. We're gonna check mark that.
They're gonna put an asterisk in it.
Meech, what you think?
Man, y'all all over the place. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what. Are you asking me a question? Are you asking me the topic question? Like,
I just wanted you to pick. I
you got to hide something. I'm not following.
I was trying to get you to piggyback off of what Coach was saying.
But let's start over.
As far as a man being a weak man, if he's not trying to get better with his shortcomings. I wanted you to piggyback off of what Coach was saying. I wanted to hear your perspective.
So we're not starting over.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just edited your start over comments out.
Oh, okay.
Talk about some start over. No.
Okay, shit.
Whole time, I honestly want you to get into the
question?
No, not the question. That post.
Okay.
I want you to get into that post.
All right.
I'm ready to take it there, no homo.
All right. I feel like this gonna ruffle a little feathers, but so the fuck what?
Yeah, we don't care about feelings on this podcast.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody sent me a post earlier. I'm gonna read it. The main reason why most men are single is because the character of the woman they want is not in the body shape they admire.
Preach up. Real.
I don't want to put you in the hot seat.
Me?
But
I mean, give your opinion first, and we pick it back off here.
For the most part, I feel like we're attracted to what we see first. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Because we don't know you. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the personality. We don't know the character of the person or the female. We don't know. So your body attracts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So once we get to know you, it's just like a lot of bitches that we call bad that have fucked up personalities, that have fucked up demeanors, fucked up characters. But because their body looks good, we consider them bad. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's just
off the strength that we don't know them.
Right, off the strength that we don't know them.
Okay.
Miss April?
I don't think they're bad.
Well, not you per se. You were one out of them probably like.
No, I do think they bad. I'm sorry. I think that bad is not how you do.
Determine the body?
Right. That's bad just mean if a nigga say a broad bad, we don't even talk about her personality.
But that's
we just talking about how she look.
But
strictly.
that's your
we got a term for it. It's called wifey. We'll say shorty or wife. You know what I mean? Like that's wifey material. If one of y'all say shorty bad, I'm never gonna think you mean you trying to marry her.
Yeah,
that just means
bad is what you see.
That she just look good.
Right,
so it ain't nothing wrong with saying a broad bad.
Right.
I don't make the assumption that she a wife. I just make an assumption that she.
But you don't know she a wife until you meet her.
Agreed. But the topic was more addressing that men are having a hard time finding women that they can make a wife because the women that they like with their eyes tend not to have the characteristics that they want to see in a wife.
Correct.
That's why they saying big girls or maybe unattractive women have the characteristics that we want in a wife, but the pretty girls don't.
So why do you think the unattractive women have the characters of a wife and the attractive women don't?
Well, I think, society, but I think that, you got to get in where you fit in. You see what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why ugly men recognize that they ugly from day one, but they also recognize they got to do other things to get women. They accept the fact that they not that attractive.
Some, not all.
Right. Well, whether they accept it or not, the reality is this. You can be an arrogant, ugly man and will keep striking out.
Right.
Because the proof is in the pudding. So you can be arrogant, but I don't know how you get arrogance without any success. And success, arrogance is usually associated with success. You know what I mean? So they say, so anyways, so at the end of the day, I was about to put me into it a little bit too much. But anyways, I believe women nowadays got away from the basic characteristics of how to be a wife. I was asking my man this the other day, and a couple young women at my job, were you raised to be a wife? Right?
I was about to say that. Were they raised to be
one? Were you raised to be a wife? Or did you learn any characteristics on how to be a wife? You want to be a wife, don't got no skills on how to be a wife.
And every
and that's one of the reasons why I believe that men haven't changed much in the last 60, 70 years. The way we were raised I'm saying the root of men has not changed much, right? Well, I'm talking about good men. Right?
Okay.
I ain't saying
because there's a lot of niggas out here that been raised by their mamas and don't know how to do shit
But what you don't understand is that existed 50 years ago too. It's just that you weren't there, so you make the assumption that all men back there were good, and we dealing with
all,
this.
because there's a lot of men that got separate families all up and down the street.
Okay, cool. So being that we don't have to specify then, we really don't have to specify now. We always know there is always going to be an exception to the rule, right?
Right.
I'm just saying how men are raised are essentially the same, opposed to how women are raised. Women are raised a little bit different. And maybe women that may have been raised a little bit different from the actions of our fathers from yesterday, but it's having an adverse effect on why y'all not being chose to be a wife today.
What's the difference?
Today and then?
Yeah.
The biggest difference is I believe women are taught more to say no, opposed to women of yesterday are taught more to say yes.
I feel like women nowadays are a lot stronger than the women back in the day.
Oh man, that is.
I'm not gonna say stronger. I'm not gonna say stronger, but they got more. I'm not gonna say stronger because it's a lot of. We got grandmothers and all of that, and we watched how our grandmothers raised 14 boys, and you know what I'm saying.
Shit,
15, 16 children in one house and all of that. We watched that.
So you asked a woman back then about women today.
Everybody mother.
I'm sorry. I get it. But I'm just piggybacking. Every woman in here mother gonna say they ain't take the epidural. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they like automatically you're not even as strong as this because y'all got to get drugged up just to push the baby out.
It's 100 examples. Women today are no comparison of women yesterday.
So okay, let me
women
switch.
Of yesterday
let me switch
used to all breastfeed. None of these women breastfeed longer than a week.
Let me switch it down. Let me change what I said. I mean to say that women these days have more opportunity to do more.
Which
that's
makes
everybody.
them
That's
weaker,
men
though.
and women.
That's what make them weaker, though.
Yeah.
Because they put value in things that are not valuable. Niggas don't give a fuck about how many degrees you got if you don't got a good character. That's why so many women, what do they say? Black women are the most educated, right? And then we found out that just means black women are the most enrolled. That don't even mean that they graduating at the highest rate. But let's just say that they are graduating at the highest rate. I'm going to pose this question to you. Because the listeners probably going to have a different opinion, right? So I'm going to ask a question instead of giving my opinion.
To me or
to the young lady?
Okay.
To the young lady. This is what I'm going to say. If women today are more educated, have more money, have more opportunity,
right,
why are they being married at a 75% lesser rate? Why is that? Why do nobody want to marry you and you have all of these achievements?
So I will say this.
Weak man.
I was at a gathering where I heard a guy actually said that a lot of women are too independent. And I don't know.
That's a weak man.
No, I think what it is that some men just. I'm not saying.
Weak man statement.
Yeah, of course, I agree. Because why are you intimidated by a female that's on her shit? You should never be like that.
Agreed.
Weak man.
But I don't think that's what he meant by that, though.
No, what he's saying is that like it goes back to leadership. When
you would never say that, Coach. You would never say no shit like that.
What?
What did he just tell you?
A lot of women nowadays are too independent.
Right.
You would never say that. Would you?
Yes.
A lot of women are independent.
Absolutely.
But that's just a fact.
Women are
They are independent, but they don't stop me.
But that intimidates.
We don't
No.
You from
No.
to be with a woman that's on her shit. That stops you.
Intimidate is the wrong word. I don't desire to be with a woman that's overly independent. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nah, but some niggas are intimidated.
Right, but it's always that. It's always been that. It's always been that.
I just feel like when a man says something like that, he wants to be able to lead too. Nowadays, us females, we have it all. Just like how y'all say, oh, well, why would I want to marry a girl? What's the saying? Why buy the cow if you already got the milk or some shit? It's like if you already got babies out the female, you already got her doing whatever she's supposed to do as a wife, a lot of men are not going to settle down and give her the ring. So for us females, it's like...
Why not?
What?
Why not?
A lot of men don't.
Why not?
No, a lot of men don't marry y'all because they don't want to marry y'all. That's an excuse. They don't want to marry y'all. It's the reason why they're not marrying
I don't know.
y'all.
I'm not looking at marriage, so that's not my...
If you gave up your womb so easily, then that's a knock on you. You decided to have that man child, not him. Don't put it on him. You decided
I'm not putting it
What's
on a
that?
guy.
No, you said that if he already got the baby, why buy the milk? Why buy the cow if he got the milk? That was your analogy,
That's
right?
a lot of saying.
And I'm saying is this: if women took more pride in their womb, meaning the most precious thing that they have.
You do realize that it takes two, right?
No, it only takes one to decide to have a baby.
Because a lot of women are having babies by just anything ass niggas.
Right. You decided to have that child. You put yourself in that position. So when good niggas that you desire don't want you, that's why you left with the baby in your hand. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody want you because it took two. You can keep blaming on that all you want.
That's the fucked up part. You do it again. You do it again. And then you just lower your roster even more.
That's not my topic because I don't have kids, so I don't know how that works for females. I don't know.
Oh, you can't speak for females? You don't got friends?
I have friends, but we're not baby mamas.
None of them?
No.
It's some unicorns. It's some unicorns.
I have a friend. My two friends are engaged. One is married.
Well, y'all not them girls.
Shout out to
We're
y'all.
not doing that. That's not how we
But
was raised.
we
though.
speaking
If
for the
you listen
majority.
To our group, that's not how we get.
Well, give us an idea of what you think. Maybe that's not your. Maybe you're the exception, and your friends are. But we need that opinion of those. Can you give it? Do you have an idea why they do that?
As to why females push out kids by. I mean,
why,
I have a friend.
why your friends don't?
Why do women? Why does their initial reaction is it takes two, right? It's like you want to defer blame, right? You want to defer the fact that you made the decision to have the child, right? We never say how many people it takes to make a child.
Okay.
But women instinctively always want to defer blame. That's why it was quick for you to just say, but it took two. We ain't never say it took two.
Well, for me, I feel like a lot of females that do have these kids and just pushing out kids by multiple men, they want to feel love.
What about just
a lot of people do look into men. I mean, for these kids, like, okay, this man didn't show me any love. I'm going to have this baby.
Ain't no baby going to keep no man.
I'm not saying the baby's going to keep a man, but I'm saying is that a lot of females look to their kids as, don't lie like y'all never seen a female online tomorrow, my son's my boyfriend, being weird as shit.
Right.
Yeah, all the time. That's the problem.
That's my broke friend, my broke roommate.
Listen.
That's the love that they're trying to get.
Listen.
So that's why I think they
that's
push
the
out
problem.
so many.
That's the problem these days. That's why these niggas are the way they are, because it's these women that are by themselves raising their sons not to be men, but raising them sons like they're their boyfriends, treating them like they're their boyfriends, and not raising them like that's their fucking
just
son.
Just their friend, period.
And then we don't respect you.
Oh, that's my friend, my best friend, or that's my king. That's your child. That's not your boyfriend. That's not your man. That's not none of that. That's your fucking child.
Old folks homes by themselves because don't nobody want to be with them.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like a lot of females look like, for instance, I'm dating 3 different men. Well, you've seen girls with like 3 different baby fathers. None of them are the same. They all different. They all probably ain't shit.
Dumpster.
I don't know. But she's like, I'm going to keep having kids because they're giving her this love that she's so desperately out here searching for. Well, and that's a problem.
I agree. So you believe that women are
hold on.
probably the largest contributors to why they're not in relationships.
I'm sorry. I want to piggyback on what she said. That's fucked up on our behalf as men, because if you got a girl that just want to keep having kids and you know you ain't trying to take care of no kids, why the fuck are
who said the niggas not taking care of the kids? Yeah. You got 3 baby daddies and they all taking care of them, but it's like,
how often is that though? Let's just throw that in perspective.
I mean, our generation.
But that's neither here nor there. It don't matter if you're taking care of them.
Right.
Why is the woman keep
that's what I was saying.
Correct.
Let's get to the root.
Let's
get to the root.
Let me just say this as a female. If I have one child by a man and he is not stepping up and I have to do everything on my own, guess what? That is my last fucking child. I'm not going to put myself in another situation where I'm going to go out here with someone else that's not my man or engaged or in a deep relationship. And I'm having another baby. Why?
Let me ask you this question.
I think the better answer, the better outlook, that's somewhat honorable, right? Or responsible, right? I think the more responsible thing is this. Stop having children until you get married. How about that? Respect yourself.
Hold on, wait.
I was just gonna ask her. I was just gonna ask her, what if you run into a good man that's handling his business, making sure you straight, handling everything he's supposed to handle? Right. Then what? And he say he want kids. He don't got no kids. Then what? You gonna tell him, no, I'm not having no more kids because you ran into the last nigga?
Basically, that's what she's saying.
I had a baby as a single mother. Now you want to have another child? Great. Where's my ring?
Well, why didn't you demand the ring the first time?
Listen.
I'm asking you.
So for females, I think everybody slips once. Like, let's be honest, we're all
everybody make
human.
mistakes, but
everybody has a baby at a young age.
No, they don't.
Not everybody.
But listen, your friends don't.
But listen.
My friends don't. You're right.
You're speaking.
but we're different.
But you're speaking on right, and I know you giving a different perspective. Right, I'm not necessarily talking about you, right? But you're speaking as if there's nothing that can be done after you get pregnant. So I'm not going to allow you that will alleviate and erase that slip up too.
But what if they don't believe in that?
There's not a religion. There's nothing to believe in. So you saying if they choose...
No, I'm not saying it's a religion. I'm just saying what if they don't... Right. What if
so
that's not something they agree with? Let's say that.
Okay,
what if they don't...
Well, they suffer the consequences of now being less desirable. And less desirable for a potential mate. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Most real niggas that got they shit together, right, is not signing up to join a family. They want to start a family. Right. So if you decide that you want to give your womb away, right, and then you meet a guy that got his stuff together and he looks at you like a cum dumpster, then that's on you.
You know what? That's
Mitch, let me ask you this question.
Right, but I'm trying to piggyback off what he said.
Mitch, let me ask you this question. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you date a girl that got children?
One, and I would, I mean...
Does that make her less desirable because she has one child? To you? Does that make her less desirable?
I mean, like you said, I just...
We ain't talking about dating.
Yeah, I don't want to... Yeah,
Would you marry a female? My bad. Would you marry a female that has a child?
I would marry a female that has a child. Yes.
One, right?
Yes, one.
Does that make her... Okay, so she's not less desirable to you?
I mean, that's just the generation we in. Everybody, I'm 32 years
old,
so
marry
it's
a
hard for me.
female that
Damn,
has a
nigga, you
child?
gonna let me finish it?
I'm sorry,
man. You gonna ask me a question? Let me talk this shit. The fuck? God damn. Slow down. Speed racer shit. Nah, but like I said, I don't want a girl that has multiple kids. That's just not something I'm really into. That's not how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, it was a point in time in my life I didn't want to date no girl with no kid. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I get a girl, granted, yes, I have children. I don't care. It's not you don't have to date me because I have children. What I like is what I like, and what you like is what you like. You want to date me with 2 kids? That's on you. But my beliefs is I didn't want to be with a woman with children ever. We got older. It's like who the fuck don't got kids at our age? So I had to accept the fact that all right, I'm going to end up being with somebody that possibly has a child. I'll do one. I don't want to be with a girl that has 2 baby fathers, or you know what I'm saying, or 3 baby fathers or shit like that. Like I said, and there's girls out here with 2 children with 1 baby father. That's something I got to look into. I haven't crossed that border yet, of making the decision of being with a woman with 2 kids by 1 kid. But I have 2 kids, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to possibly have 1 together. That's 5 fucking kids.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I can do, my 2, your 1, and then we have 1 together, and I could do 4, but 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm not fucking with it. Coons,
would you deal with a female that has 1 child? Would you marry a female that already has 1 child?
Let me be clear. I have a daughter, and there is no way that I will ever be with a woman that got a kid. Now, that's just my personal preference, but my views is I don't like the narrative that it's okay for women to not value themselves enough to choose the person that they're having a child with as a husband opposed to just a boyfriend. I don't want to be with a woman that's okay with making a slip up, right? And they're not correcting it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many single moms out here and they want to blame men, right? But you made yourself a single mom. Right. You decided, if that man told you, because let me just say this. If the roles were reversed, and men was the ones that carried the baby, there wouldn't be all of these single dads out here. I promise you that.
I have a question.
Okay. Single mom.
So what about if a female is in a relationship with a man, they've been dating for like 6-7 years, and then they have a baby? Is that still considered a slip up when they thought they were going to have a future together?
Absolutely.
At one point?
Absolutely.
But does that make her a bad person? Not a bad person, but does that
make her a bad decision maker?
Yeah, because yes. but they had a future plan and things didn't work out.
Well, listen, see, men, things be like cut and dry with us, right? It's simple. If he was with you for 6 or 7 years and he ain't love you enough to marry you, but he's asking you to have a child, you should respect yourself enough to say something ain't right about this dude. Where he feels comfortable with with asking me to have his child, but not marrying me. So again, that decision still fall on you because guess what? Like you said earlier, if you allow him to do it, then that's on him. He'll do it.
Right.
But if you respected yourself enough to say, nah, this is what I require. If you want me to give my womb to you, the most precious thing that I have, then I demand a ring. And if you don't demand it, then it's your fault down that you're a single mom and it didn't work out. And I don't care how fine you are. If I met you, I was with my ex for 6 years. We had a baby. Now we ain't together no more. Guess what? You know different from the girl that got pregnant after a week after meeting a nigga and ain't together.
I got a question. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I would honestly date a man with kids and I don't have any. But for me, I think it's a different outlook because I'm not going to say with multiple kids. Let me take that back. One, if I'm in a full-blown relationship with you, one baby mama, that's it, because y'all be having drama. But anyways, so it's just like...
I don't got no drama.
I just feel like when a man that I'm dating and I can see that he's taking care of his child, that makes me love them even more. I'm like, wow, you are a great father. I see how you can provide. I see how you love to take care of your family because I'm family oriented.
It ain't even
so
enough
I like
niggas out
shit
here
like that.
But
it's like if you actually, females have to pay attention to. I'm not putting the blame on females either, but there's no reason why you should be dating. Okay. There's no reason why you should be out here dating a man when you see all the fucking signs and then you turn around and just get pregnant.
And have his baby.
I'm not understanding that. Like you saw the signs. Or hold on, wait. And you saw that your man wasn't taking care of his kids. What makes you think that you're different? I don't understand that thought process.
I got a question for the men in the room. To piggyback off of what Cole said, women not respecting themselves. Why don't men respect themselves and not have children with women they know they don't want to be with? Why do y'all think?
Why are you nutting in her? Sorry.
That's a very easy question. We don't have children. See how easy that is? We don't have children.
That's a fact.
We don't decide if the child is born. That's why I gave the analogy earlier. If men was the one that carried the babies, that we would rectify
your nut to yourself.
So why are we being irresponsible and nutting in bitches we know we don't want to be with?
Because guess what? It's very easy. It's very easy. Because we don't suffer the same consequences for that action.
It's called child support.
Hold on, let me finish.
It's called child support.
We don't suffer the same consequences that they do. Yeah, we may financially, but we don't on an outward appearance. She just said it. What did she just say? I don't mind dating a man with a child, because women have different value systems when they look at a man than men do. Okay, so we're not evenly. We don't like the same things out of each other. The characteristics that a woman wants in a man are different from the characteristics that a man wants in a woman. When it comes to children, when men have a child, women tend to be a lot more accepting of that because they get to have an opportunity to see some traits in that man and potentially say, oh, if he doing this, then he probably do that with me. I get to see that early, right? Right. Opposed to men. Don't look at it that way. Men say, oh, she devalued herself by just giving herself away without the honor of marriage. She lets me know that she is not someone that I would look at as a wife.
Just a baby mama.
I mean, I'm not dating her to make her a wife 9 times out of 10. Okay. No. But be clear, there's an exception to the rule because the older we get, like he was saying earlier, and you don't find anyone potentially, the less options you tend to have unless you date younger.
Yes.
But then your option is to just date younger. You see what I'm saying? It depends on your value system.
So let me ask you this question. What's the youngest? We're all in our 30s, okay, a range of 30, between 30 and 33. What's the youngest to date?
Me, 5 years, probably. I do 5 under.
Yeah, girlfriend.
2.
Yeah, you gotta be. I'm 32. Yeah, 27 is reasonable.
I do 5. Yeah, I do 5. Yeah, because 5 years 5 years they still in a position where they not overly opinionated. That's another issue with women. You still got the opportunity to mold them into and it's so funny that that's a trigger, right? The reason why a lot of men, good men, are molding is because y'all don't have the characteristics. So if y'all had the characteristics, he wouldn't have to mold you. But because you come into the table without the characteristics of a wife, we have a lot of women have this, I'm an independent, I don't need a man mentality. That's new.
I have a question.
Women never said, hold on. Women never said of yesterday they don't need a man.
Right.
Only black women actually say that. Because women of today, you don't hear Latino, you don't hear white, you don't hear Italian, you don't hear Middle Eastern, you hear East Indian. You don't hear them saying,
that's a lie.
I don't need a man and glorifying it. Black women are the ones that say, I glorify, I don't need a nigga for nothing. Well, it shows. That's why 75% of y'all are by yourself.
April,
can I just ask?
real quick, April. To you, what is the trace of being a good man?
Providing. Like, what do you mean? Like, I think it's, I mean, for me.
To you, what is a good man?
It's the providing for me.
I just feel like providing is more so. I don't know if I'm just going off of what I see with my parents, but it's just like.
Fuck his personality. It's just about.
We know your father pay everything good. We already know.
What are you asking?
When you're looking to look at a mate, someone you might potentially want to see yourself marrying, what are the qualities that you value when you're dating?
I look for everything, and this is what I was getting ready to ask y'all, because at the end of the day, people, you have to meet someone and learn exactly their past as well. I look into everything. I look to see how a man treats his mother. I look to see how a man treats his kids. I look to see how he even loves himself. Like, it's a lot of little things that I look for in men, because if you don't have all of that, how can you possibly make someone else happy? If you're not a family-oriented person, I don't want you at all.
What if you ain't got?
So
what if he ain't got?
And if he don't have
no family,
if he doesn't have any family, you have a mother and you have a father.
What if
and
his
if
mother
something
fucked up?
has happened and we had a conversation,
Not true.
I completely understand. I'm not saying that you're supposed to. Everybody's family is not here. They're not. You know, we have dysfunctional families.
Those are exceptions to the
But
rule.
what I'm saying is, with me, it's just that. Well,
a lot of people's families fucked up.
Right, but most people.
Well, I look at a lot of little things.
Everybody's family fucked up if you want to make it that way.
Technical.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, there's already a room for that. We know there is dysfunction in everybody's family. We don't have to acknowledge that, right?
Okay, well, it's not in mine.
No. I'm talking about.
But anyways.
So what you're saying is the thing that you value in a man is his character, how he interacts with his family, if he's a family man,
all of that.
If he's a provider,
Yes,
and how he is under pressure situations. You said how he is when he's mad and when he's sad. And
yes, you gotta pay. Females have to pay attention to all of that, because a lot of men suffer from a lot of mental health. Let's take it there.
I'm one of them.
And females jump to, like how you say, we're always like, oh, we don't need a black man. I'm not one of them.
Man, but that's fine. No, you just be saying.
Sorry.
I mean, you ain't got to throw us out.
But it's just like, I'm not one of them, and I don't know if it's because it's from me working in a healthcare system where I see all of this, but I personally will talk to you. I want to have those deep conversations where it's like, well, what got you here? What made you this way? I don't give up on people that easily. That's just not me.
So if he's willing to have those conversations,
if he's willing and he wants to
then
talk,
that's a plus.
Of course,
that's a man.
I love that. Like, let's open up and talk about it so we can move forward in our relationship. Right. It's not always how y'all say y'all see a girl, she look good, blah blah blah. I've dated some ugly ass men with great personalities.
But you should.
Men, and they have treated me
what happened?
better.
What happened?
But men don't have
What
the
do you mean, what
responsibility.
happened?
Why y'all ain't together?
That's y'all job.
We still date. We still date.
Okay.
So
but you know
dating, so basically, whoever you dating ugly.
He ain't. He cool.
Oh, he cool. You just
cool.
said he ugly. You just said he's ugly.
I ain't say he ugly. He a little, you know.
Oh, he ugly. Nigga,
He cool.
What you say? Me's an ugly black one.
You know, women of yesterday when your great great grandma was teaching your grandma, your great great grandma was teaching your great great grandma, and she was teaching your great grandma, and she was teaching, and I think it kind of stopped after that.
Yeah.
She was not saying go find you a fine man.
No.
She was telling you these are the characteristics
that you need to look for.
Go find you a good one.
Looks was never a priority when it comes to men. A man's responsibility has nothing to do with his looks. But I mean, that's not his most important attributes.
Oh, you just got it.
The responsibility of beauty was always on the woman, not the man.
Right.
So when I think that's another reason why a lot of women single or struggling because
put on the ugly niggas.
And it's another. But look though, no, it ain't the ugly nigga. It's the woman that's too picky. So this is what I would say.
He about to put the ugly niggas on.
Ugly niggas about to get all the bitches.
But it's a reason why you get attractive males that become arrogant. They did it was a crazy stat. They say, I'm just throw some random numbers out there. 90% of women are competing for 10% of men. Mm-hmm. This is why those 10% of men
think they the shit
are so arrogant because they have 90% to choose from.
They ain't got shit going on with themselves. Arrogant and ain't got shit but designer.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about the actual 10% that got 401ks, retirements, health care, benefits, a good job. We talking about though. We're not talking about the niggas
that's
that you
what
say
I'm
on
looking
Instagram.
for.
Right. The problem is all y'all looking for that. 90% of y'all looking
as
for
we
that.
should.
Well, no, I ain't even gonna say that. I think most women are looking for
that don't mean they gonna treat you right because they got all that shit. That don't mean they gonna treat you right.
Listen.
Don't know how to treat
I done met men off the internet that's been fucking shining on the internet, and it ain't that in real life. So if you are at this age and you're still getting fooled by the internet, you are a fucking fool.
But do you believe that the majority of women go for that?
Yes. Of course.
Right.
Yes. But most of the women, you have to think, a lot of these women that are going for that are women that are usually looking for a fucking come up themselves. It's like, oh, I see him shining, I'm trying to get with him, see if he give me a couple of dollars too.
I believe that society made women believe that is the ideal guy.
These women are hustlers.
I'm not going forward. I'm not denying that. It's, like I said, you got some women that's looking for a come up. But I believe that the standard is that most women now expect Rolexes, diamond chains, like because that's what they keep
like the kind of things
they looking for a nigga that can provide that. They don't have a good value system. They don't know what to value when to do. They be worried about the things like you said you see on the internet. What about the dude that work hard, got a job, that could provide and do all those things? Them niggas tend to get looked over often because y'all all compete
because he's not cute.
Because he's not cute.
I got a challenge for everybody on this panel right now. I challenge everybody on this panel to stay off Instagram for 3 weeks.
Good luck with that.
Wow.
I have a business. I have a business.
Unless I'm talking about personal. I
have a business. I have a podcast. I can't stay off.
I'm talking about personal.
I have an OnlyFans, so I have to be on there. Thanks.
You got OnlyFans.
Shit.
You got OnlyFans. What you showing feet? You want to show feet?
Oh, that's another question. You got women that's doing OnlyFans and then thinking that a nigga gonna bun them.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you.
There's a lot of different
I'm not paying the fine. I'm not paying the fine.
It's so crazy that women think there is no consequences for their decision. Like it's crazy. They think they can have
But you gotta understand, a lot of these hoes are getting white too, though.
No, not a lot. Just the ones you see on Instagram. See, again, y'all think
there
the
you
world
go.
is
No, babe. Let me explain. I have a friend.
Watch out now.
That do her thing and she'd have been engaged twice. Like what? Like they? I know, but I'm saying it happens. You're saying off Instagram. I know this from personal.
But listen though, 75% of black women ain't married.
Right.
I'm clear. Right. I don't care about the one person you know.
I'm not. But you just said that it's on Instagram. I'm saying, but it's in real life.
Majority. We're speaking for the majority.
We're talking about the exception.
Majority.
All right, y'all not talking. Y'all not understanding what I'm saying.
No, we get it. You said you know a person that.
No, but you're saying you just said it's only on social media. I'm saying that it's not. This happens in real life.
Okay, fine. What I'm saying is it doesn't happen enough that is worth mentioning. It's not happening
like
enough.
Like y'all
that
put
is
so
worth
much
mentioning.
blame on females. It's kind of disgusting.
Well,
let's be clear. We are not female bashing. Okay,
it's
let's
given
be clear.
at this point.
No, we're not female bashing. We're not doing it.
What do we blame?
How can
females?
you solve the problem? What is the solve? Stop nutting the bitches so they stop being single moms. Let's start there.
That's the again.
Y'all don't take responsibility. It takes two. That's what I'm saying. Like,
every nigga in this room. First of all, every nigga in this room take care of their kids. So don't say niggas don't take responsibility.
We're not going there.
Check.
He's saying that we're creating single moms. I keep explaining to her, and all you women out there that refuse to accept the responsibility of your decisions. Men do not decide if you have a child. It's very simple. How about this?
So
what if I be
hold on.
What if I nut in a girl and she's pregnant, but I want the child and she doesn't? Then whose responsibility? Who made that decision?
She did.
Listen.
Answer the question.
You're flipping it again to back on women. Like I'm starting with the fact that.
So, Coons, let me ask you this question: why do you think these women Why do you think these women are keeping the babies?
Because they ain't raised right.
No, a lot of men get
They
false
think
hope.
They keeping the babies because they're in love with the nigga.
A lot
and they think
of
the
men
babies
get
that's gonna
false
keep the man.
hope. Let's be honest.
Right, and y'all dumb enough to believe it. Y'all
I'm
not.
not. Wait, let's not say y'all. Females
That's y'all.
are dumb enough to believe it because
definitely
I
y'all.
ain't one of them.
So you think the women are keeping these babies because you think that the baby's gonna keep the man around?
It's men's fault.
I'm not
It's
saying
men's
that
fault.
it's
Hold on, answer my question. Answer my question.
Listen,
Answer my question.
This is the thing.
Go ahead, baby.
It's not that it's
our fault. You allergic
what
to.
I'm saying is the fact
to
that
condoms.
a lot of men give false hope, whether y'all want to acknowledge it or not. A lot of men are sitting here like, baby, I love it.
But
what I'm saying is that you have to understand a female's mindset.
Oh,
if you got a
So
man. Let me finish. Okay. If you got a man that's sitting here that you were talking to, you in a relationship with, baby, I love you. Yeah. I want to be with you. Let's have a baby, because niggas say that. Let's not act like y'all don't be knee deep in the pussy and say you about to nut her and have my baby.
Yeah.
But then it's just like when the time comes, it's like, oh, bitch, I don't know you no more. Yeah. Like you can't do that. If you giving her all this false hope and then it's like, oh my God, why is she so crazy? Nigga, you just nutted at her, told her you love her, did all this.
I'm not saying that she's not gonna be emotional.
But you're not married though.
But you're not married.
Okay, y'all still got it.
Again, this is how you raised.
Are you? Hold on.
I agree with you with the false hope.
Are you having a baby by a nigga you not married to?
Sure she is.
I don't know.
She is. She already acknowledged it earlier. She said a woman is it's reasonable for a woman to have one slip up. A woman can have one slip up. She said that, so she's already accepting the fact that she can be a potential baby mom. I do believe that people do have slip ups. No. You said a woman. When we're talking about having a baby, a woman.
Kids are not bad decisions.
No, children are never bad decisions, but.
Okay.
Yeah,
so this
sometimes
is what I'm saying. Yes, it is. But right, because everybody on this overly nice shit, and this the problem. This is one of the reasons why I like Kevin Samuels, because he don't talk nice. He talk truth. He don't care about how you feel.
So children aren't blessings.
But y'all just put so much.
This is the question I'm just asking.
But you asking a question of something that we never said.
Right, it's not irrelevant. This ain't relevant. This is what
nobody ever said the word blessing.
Now you say they was a bad decision.
They are some bad decisions sometimes.
Having a child is a bad decision.
You ain't never heard nobody say this the
worst decision I ever made.
Bad decision I ever made in my life, because it was a bad decision. But it's because it's your kid. You don't get it twisted. I told, prime example, my son, his mother. I got her pregnant. I told her, yeah, I don't know. We gonna have to get rid of that. We all told her to get rid of it. She wasn't rocking. She was like, no. She's standing on her. I don't believe in abortion thing. Right. I'm gonna have a fucking baby. As a man, I say, you know what? Yeah, you made a decision that I wasn't with. But as a man, I'm going to take care of my kid because that's just how I was raised. But that don't mean that it ain't. It's not. Don't stop it. Not saying my son's a bad decision, but I'm saying it is people out here that have children that don't got no money. They live in a box and you getting pregnant. That's a bad decision.
I agree.
That's not impossible to say that it's a bad decision. Sometimes it's a bad decision.
This is what I want to ask all of the ladies, right? I do, because at the end of the day, I want y'all to be. I actually want y'all to get out of this slump that y'all in. Don't nobody want to marry you, right? And you cannot deny the statistics. The statistics are that black women used to get married at an 87% clip 40 years ago, and they are no longer being married at that percentage. My question is why?
Do you understand? This is, again, you're putting it on females. Do you understand how different it was for men?
Let me explain
back
this.
In the day,
let me tell you why I'm putting it on females.
They were okay to marry. These men are not trying to be married.
No, listen. That's not true, because 86% of men are still getting married that are eligible at beyond 30.
Your father married?
Yes.
Your father married?
Yes.
My father not married. Your father married? You don't know that. So it's 50%.
No, these are real statistics. Anybody that want to challenge me, black men are still being married at an 80-something% clip that are at the age of marriage, 80 and beyond. I mean, 18 and beyond. So I
know a lot of people married. I know a lot of men.
They're just not marrying you. My question is this. No, I'm talking about black women. They're just not marrying you. Oh, shit. But to make it seem like it's a cop-out, to make it seem like black men just don't want to be married. No, they are getting married. The stats don't show.
You know what's crazy? I know some ugly women that's married.
But what I'm trying to explain
Good personality,
is that you have
good
to
pussy.
understand, you keep taking it back to the time.
Hard to look at.
Okay, our parents, our
got good
grandparents.
pussy, I guess.
But back then, like how you said, they were raised that way.
Right.
A lot of people nowadays do not have parents that are sitting them down saying, this is what you should be doing, this is what you should not be doing.
Right.
We got grandmothers that's in the club with us. Like, let's be honest, it's totally different.
So when we try to correct it, why you keep saying stop putting it on us?
It's a lot of shit y'all putting on females.
No, I'm talking about just marriage. Let's stay on top.
Okay.
He only put your womb
So
on.
what I'm saying with marriage is the fact that a lot of men these days do not want to get married.
You think they wanted to back in the day?
I keep telling. No. She's not gonna.
Because you're saying that it's an 86%. It's
and
not.
they're still getting. I'm telling
50.
you. No, Ma, I'm not making up this stat. This is a real stat, and you can Google it yourself.
Pull it up on your phone, Cone.
Google it yourself.
Pull it up for him right now.
Are still getting
Give
married
me my
at
hand.
an 86% rate.
Okay.
It's y'all that's not. My question is this: can we acknowledge
What you
it?
mean it's y'all that's not?
Black women.
The females got to be married.
Right, they not.
But the
I said
men
black
are married
women.
too.
I said
So
black
they're marrying
women.
what?
Other
Outside their
races,
race? Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So what I'm asking you is this.
And then they
Let's
say
just
we ain't
address the
shit.
issue. Let's make this the topic. Why do 1 out of 4 black women only getting married?
Because men ain't shit.
No, I'm not gonna say men
Black
ain't
men ain't
shit.
shit. That's what
Why
they say.
is 1
That's what
out
they
of
say.
4
They say we ain't
black?
shit.
Why does 1 out of 4 black women get married, but 3 out of 4 black men getting married?
I think with females,
Due to
is
being
that-
outnumbered.
That
No. That ain't got nothing to do with it. The percentage of
do you
men
know how
and the
hard
percentage
it
of
is
women.
for females to even date a man that's like marriage material? Like, do you understand what I'm saying nowadays? It's not that. Like,
I disagree.
So every man that you meet, every man that a female meets is marriage material.
We never said every and all.
I just said, do you think that all
You
men
never should
are
say
married?
every and all. That should never stop the sentence.
Okay, well, a lot of men are not marriage material.
Who decided that? You?
No, it's, bruh, I'm a female. I hang with females. Like, what you think? I just made this up yesterday?
So who?
I just came up with it this morning.
Why is that?
5 minutes ago.
Tell me why men are not marriage material.
Like, what? Like, where did you think I got this from? The sky? Like,
him laughing doesn't make your point.
I'm not
What
saying
trying to-
it.
I'm
It
trying to
does.
understand your point.
Okay,
Why
ask
are
me the
you
question.
determining?
Y'all funny as shit.
Why are you saying? Give me some tangible responses.
Okay.
Why are men not marriage material? Well, hold on. When men are still getting married at 80% and y'all are not.
Men are dating outside of their race, let's be honest.
No, they are marrying.
Okay, they are marrying outside their race.
Okay,
because
cool.
a lot of the Hispanic,
So they're
white,
not, so they view them as marriage material. You don't.
who?
So those other races that are marrying them, they're not saying that they're not marriage
Listen,
material.
let me just cut it right here.
Okay, good.
Black men are intimidated by black females. Y'all go out here and y'all date these little. Let me finish.
That's all
y'all
we
go out
date.
here and y'all date these white men. I mean, sorry,
White women.
These
White
white
women.
women.
Nobody we're not doing that.
Shit, I don't know. Whatever floats people boat. I
Kill
don't
yourself.
know. Hispanics, whatever. They like to. They're a little bit more easier. Let's be honest, okay? You got black women that.
But those are
want to
power
put-
trip men.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Okay, that's fine.
Leach, I agree with you. Those are power.
But what I'm saying is,
Those
you
are
have.
what?
Power trip men, like men who want to be very, very controlling. Of
controlling.
it. But
And
that's
you
not
have
the
black-
majority.
but let me
It's not the
finish.
majority.
But then you have black
Because not one
women.
person in here ain't gonna marry a white woman. But continue
I'm
the
not
conversation.
saying that
I
y'all
know for
will.
damn sure
But
I
you
ain't.
have some black men who come across black females and she's giving her, I want you to get your shit together. You need to do this, you need to do that. And it turns into,
Get
she's
your shit
nagging.
together, nigga.
But,
Correct.
those are men.
Hey,
that
Coons, you
cannot
would call that a
accept-
weak man,
But
right?
let me finish. And then it's like, oh, well, she nagging me all day. I don't want that. Then you go over there to Kellyanne and she's like, oh my God, babe, don't worry about it. And
Yeah,
that's
no.
who you,
I grew
Listen,
up in a black community, and that's all I know is black women, and that's all I'm going to
but
date.
a lot of men take it as, oh, she's too independent, or she's doing too much. No, she wants you to do better.
Don't support that. The statistics don't support that.
Okay, if
the
that's
guys
what you want
that
to go off of.
baby, statistics
I know,
are
but what I'm
creation
saying,
of
I'm
reality.
talking about you. Like, what do you think? Not what everybody else thinks.
Right. What do I think?
Yes.
I
Yo, this
go
nigga's
off
pro-black.
statistics. I don't go off what they call little minimum experiences. Your life is very minimum compared to black people as a whole. You talking about you got 3 friends and you only know one. Your experience on black people is so small.
It's not.
That it's not. So I'd rather go by the large.
I have a lot of friends who are Hispanic and white. I don't just, a lot of people, y'all just sit around and be like, black this, black that. I hang around all types.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying, I think you just said earlier that a lot of females are like, oh, the Mexicans, like you said, black women are always like, I don't need a man. I've heard Hispanics say the
Mexicans
same thing.
keep the money in the family.
Right.
But you said that, not us.
Who said that?
You brought up niggas not needing.
No.
No, he said.
Okay, I apologize. I'm wrong.
Yeah, we having a conversation.
But again, this is the problem.
When I say I'm wrong, let me acknowledge I'm wrong and just continue. You don't have to. I got it. Continue your conversation. Keep talking. Keep talking.
This is the biggest problem, and this is why, unfortunately, our black women are still. The problem is not changing, right? Because they want to keep using these. They call anecdotal experiences, right? Mm-hmm. That just means these little. She keep giving me her experiences. I know this one Spanish girl that says she don't need a man too. I know this one Asian girl that says
it's an example.
I understand that the example is not relevant.
Example. Screaming, I don't need a black man, and I'm saying I've heard that from other people.
It doesn't matter.
You're going off statistics.
I get it. You're missing the point.
I get what you're saying.
No, you're missing the point.
What
I'm saying is this.
It's not
all
working.
Women, hold on.
It's not working.
Because
you're not listening to me. Like,
really
damn
understand
it.
what you're saying. You just don't make no sense. You want to keep giving me your view.
But let's talk about you.
What if they said? Well, let's
talk about how you feel. Stop talking about what the percentage is. Fuck that. We're talking about you.
But that don't.
I'm
a part of a bigger whole.
She wants you to make it personal. She wants you to make it personal.
I'm
you have to. If you want it from him, that's personal.
Okay, give me your opinion. That's what
personal.
I'm asking.
She just gave you his opinion.
Personal.
No, you keep saying statistics. 86% says no. What does Pooh say?
Hey, I just want you to pull the percentage up on the phone.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm serious.
Pull the percentage up on the phone.
Black women that's gonna watch this, please don't allow her to be an example for y'all, because this is a part. This is a part of the reason why y'all are last, right?
Why?
And I don't want you. I don't.
Why?
Y'all are last,
bro.
Black
the
women
amount
are
of disrespectful black women on this panel tonight was very disgusting.
Hold on, wait a minute.
That's fact.
Again,
that's a fact.
Remember, we told you we got to remove the emotions, which she's incapable of. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all are last.
Damn, that's
this is a fact.
This is a
but we don't want you to be
dating females.
We want to tell you this.
We don't want y'all to be
last.
We
are not having black women slander on this panel tonight.
The statistics say that black women are the last to be married. I know she's so
I'm talking to
her. It's just that it's been like black women. Well, what do y'all take accountability?
I was going to ask that question.
I'm so confused.
But listen, so let me tell you.
So y'all not talking about that? Oh,
right.
Okay.
That's why we stay on top.
Because statistics don't say it. Oh.
No. That's not what's relevant. I know. But listen, we're going to have mature people that's not going to allow immature little antics to deter you for what we're talking about. Really, so let me set the standard. And this is from Kevin Samuels, and it makes a lot of sense, right? I'm copying what he's saying right now. This is a fact. Women control access to reproduction, meaning they decide if a child is being brought into the world. Men control access to marriage. We decide if you're married or not. Correct. You don't get married without me deciding to marry you.
Correct.
Right?
This
is what we control. This is what we control.
You would never propose to a nigga, April. You would never get down on one knee and
right, that's irrelevant.
But that's right. Ask him what the statistics is on that. What is that?
What? I don't know. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
0.1%.
Right. So it's not a lot. What I'm trying to say is this. Back to what we were saying earlier. When women, I said black women are the only women that are screaming out, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. You said, well, that's not true. Okay. I didn't mean that literally, that you wouldn't find one person of each race that may have said that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. The statistics show that when you have overwhelmingly black women are saying this, and the statistics show that they're actually not being chosen for marriage. Right. So if you got Asian and like these Latino friends let me finish. Latino friends, Asian friends, Indian people, the few that you say that they know that are not, they're saying I don't need a man for nothing, why they still getting married at 75% rates? 50% rates. Why are they still getting married at a high clip? Although they saying the same thing. Because obviously they got a different belief system than you do. Okay. Obviously. So what I'm just saying is this. Black women lost this trait at some point, right? They lost this trait on how to be a wife, and other races are not. Because other races are not being married. Their women are being married at an over 50. The second lowest marriage percentage is white women. And they still double black women.
Can I just ask this really quick?
Go ahead.
Do you think that black men take any responsibility from that? A lot of these black women are yelling that because this is from hurt. This is from anger. Right. This is from situations that they have been put into. You can go out
by deciding to have a child.
No, I'm talking about just
what are the situations? What is the situation that they're being put into?
So what I'm saying is, like, as far as marriage, we're not talking about.
Okay. What is okay? Give me an example.
So what I'm saying is, you don't think that these black women are screaming that from hurt? You don't think that this is coming from how black men treat them? Like, you don't think that this is why they're saying that?
Let me ask you a question. Okay, that's fine. Maybe, right? I'm not denying that. That's reasonable, right? Do you believe that black men treat their men worse than any other race is treating their women?
Worser.
So do you believe that's a woman trait, or just only black women are exclusive of being treated bad by black men? Or is every other race being treated just as bad or even worse? Do you believe that that's true?
I have not to put my friends. Let me say this, not to put my friend's business out there, but I have a friend who's in a relationship with a white man, and he treats her like shit. Like, it's the same thing. It's
can you answer my question? So is that a yes or a no? Do you believe that black men are the only men that's out here treating women like shit bad?
I feel like it's more televised when it's us.
Right, okay. Is that a yes or no?
Treating black women bad?
They're mates, yeah.
Only black women?
Yes. Black men, black women, yes.
Do you believe that we're the only men that's treating our counterparts bad?
It's a jump.
We're the only ones that's being televised.
This is the problem, man. Wrong. This is the problem. See, when you ask with simple questions, they try to find an excuse. This is an obvious answer.
Coach, hold on.
She just gave an example of a white man treating a woman bad, and she still can't answer the question.
Wait. Let me talk. Let me make
my point. What I'm saying is that black men are harder on black females.
Let me talk.
Because y'all will go and be with a white woman, and once she just gives all this, it's like, oh, okay.
When she gives out wifey characteristics, she gets treated better.
Yeah, because it's for y'all. Black men are just intimidated by black women.
Listen, hold on, wait a minute.
I'm talking about women.
Okay, wait.
I keep thinking that you're gonna keep ending up by yourself.
I feel like listen, hold on. Okay, let's slow down.
A lot of black men are weak.
I feel like we are the only ones who.
Y'all are.
Hold on. What you say, Brody?
Let me talk, man.
Go ahead.
What you say?
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
Let him talk.
I feel like we are the only ones that get televised treating our women wrong. They don't televise Spanish men treating their women wrong. They don't televise
white men,
Russian men treating their women wrong. They don't televise German men treating their women wrong. They don't televise white men treating their women wrong. We are the ones who get televised because they're trying to break us down.
It's a well-known fact. It's a well-known stereotype that other cultures are harder on their women than black men
that's
are on their women.
That's a fucking
But it's
fact.
amazing that she could not put that together. It's a well-known fact that they talk about Africans and how they treat their women like second-class citizens. It's a well-known fact that in the Middle Eastern countries that they treat their women like second-class citizens. She had a very hard time acknowledging only black men treat their women bad.
They have 6 or 7 different families in the Middle East.
What I'm saying is that y'all do not take accountability. You cannot keep screaming that women are, I don't need a man. But this is coming from her. They're dating all black men. We're not talking about white.
Coach,
I'm not talking about race.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Coach.
That's the problem. Y'all
run off. Okay, Coach, I got a question for you.
I can't.
This generation we live in. What are some of our flaws?
Okay, so we want to stay on.
That's the problem.
So
let's run off.
They don't have any.
Wait.
Since
she's saying we don't take accountability as man, I want you to run off some of this generation,
Y'all
as
put
men, as
everything
black
on
men, I
my
want you to run off some of our flaws.
Before I answer that question, which I have no problem with answering, I will not defer and talk about what women are not doing. The biggest issue is when black women get met with criticism, they always want to defer. Well, what about what the man is not doing? What about, and that's the problem. I don't have no problem with going down the list of the shortcomings of men, and I'll start. One of the biggest problems with men is that women are raising them because women are deciding to make themselves single moms, right? Wow. And they're deciding to have a child when a man is telling you he doesn't want the child, but she said, I'm going to have it anyway, and she's going to raise that man to be the very man that she wouldn't want to date. So, that's one of the biggest reasons what's wrong with black men today. They're being raised by women because women are deciding to make themselves single moms.
Quick question. My brother right here, he said in a previous sentence, he said that when he had his son, he didn't, he wasn't really with. He didn't want to have the child.
Correct.
Right. But he's still taking care of his child.
Right.
Why is
him too?
Correct. You too. Okay. You're right. I applaud y'all. And I just want to say that I applaud y'all for being there for your children. So why is it that these women are having these children? These men don't want these children, but these men are not stepping up and still being fathers to these children.
Because
they fuck niggas.
No, they can be, but this is what I'm going to say. I'm not even. I'm going to address the first question before I get to them being fuck niggas. Because although I may agree that they fuck niggas, we're skipping a step. We're skipping the step, and the step that we are skipping is this: men are entitled to make their own decisions just like women are. So when a woman decides that she wants to have a child without the consent of a man, then the man has the right to not be a part of that decision that she made, right? Wow. So she is accountable for openly putting herself in that situation. You're not going to defer the fact that you signed up for this. If a man told you, I do not want a child, I'm not ready to be a father, you're signing up to deal with a man that is more than likely not going to be the ideal father. Does that not make him a fuckboy? Yeah, that's fine. That still makes you a single mom that's going to be struggling, and this 9 times out of 10 is going to raise that young boy or that young woman badly most of the time. Especially when you get to the core of it, when she say most of y'all black men are bad, at the core of how she really feels, that's how she feels. And that shit gets projected on the children, like indirectly. Sweetie. She may not literally ever say it.
No.
Well, we all heard her. We can rewind the tape. She said black men ain't shit.
I didn't say black men ain't shit. I did not say those exact words. He is lying.
Oh my God.
Listen, I did not say those exact words, Cool. Stop it.
Oh shit.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and drinks.
That a lot of black men do not take care. Just like how you said, okay, well, she should have never had the baby.
Not these millennials.
Why?
Let's be clear. A lot of black men in this generation take care of their kids more than they did in the past.
Can I?
Hold on, wait.
Agreed.
Let's be clear. Before we even get to that, let's be clear. It's a lot of black men in this generation taking care of their kids more than they did in the past generations. Let's just be clear. But what do you mean?
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know about that.
I know you got a daddy.
She don't know
Congrats.
about nothing that provides her point. We know that.
No, you're not listening to my point.
You can't.
Y'all keep over talking me. Can I fucking talk?
But can you look? Are you telling me in this day and age,
talk like that.
social media and Facebook, you don't see a large amount or a considerable amount of single dads stepping up and doing compared to yesteryears?
Cause I never said that I didn't see that.
What you just said? I don't know. I didn't see that.
He's saying from back in the day. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to know about that?
I'm just saying, previous generations, this generation of man takes care of their child more than the previous generation. That's all I'm saying. Your father is from a previous generation. How many motherfuckers ask your father how many motherfuckers he know that got kids that they don't take care of?
That's a fact.
We don't know none of them motherfuckers.
Man, stop playing. Cut the jokes.
Let's be honest. Y'all not associating with niggas that don't take care of their kids.
Yes, I do.
That's because we different.
Yes, I do. I associate with them. That don't mean
they ain't my friend. They ain't my man.
Okay,
they my friend.
Y'all are not close to men who are not taking care, because y'all have kids, so y'all gonna have that man time with them. Let's be honest, right?
Correct.
No, you're not gonna have a conversation.
That's correct. That's correct on my end. That's correct.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna say no because all men ain't men.
So y'all don't have those conversations with each other, like, damn,
we try
bro,
to.
You try to, but that's what I'm saying. You try.
That's
you
correct.
Don't have a
correct, right, me?
It's man time. You have men that do not have that. Back in the day or whatever, they just be like,
have those conversations.
Yeah, right. But sometimes people, they get too personal. It's like that. You can't, because prime example, me and you, let's keep it a buck. When you had your daughter's your firstborn, and I was a dad before you. So me being your man, I would try to give you a little pointer every now and then, but. Sometimes you'll be like, nigga, that's my child. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need you to tell me how to raise my child.
Exactly. So that's why he's saying, sometimes it ain't. Yeah, you might hang with a nigga that might not be the greatest dad.
But that's the problem, and that's mostly what women do. But that is a problem amongst men too.
What do the women do?
I'm telling you.
We go back to the women. What do the women do?
Let me know when I can tell you.
Coach, black women, I just want to know, Coach, are black women black queens, Coach?
No, no.
They black. Talk to them, Coach. Tell them why you feel like black women are black queens, Coach. I feel like she feel like you women bashing at this point.
No. Answer the question, please.
What I'm saying is this: the biggest issue that I believe that black women suffer today is they have a lack of accountability. They always want to defer.
Wow.
This is what I will say. What he said, I was saying, see, that's a bad thing too. When he said, I don't need you to tell me how to raise my child, that's the wrong outlook. Right? That's the same thing that women do. The wrong outlook. You should value his advice. You should never deter advice. A wise man always listen. That's why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. It doesn't matter if you agree with his advice or not. You should never stop a person that's taking their time out to give you some game. It's your job to receive the game and then apply it the way you see fit. That's how you raise your child. But to say, I don't need you telling me how to raise your child, to me is an emotional response. Why? Because now most men are going to say, he's too emotional. I'm not going to tell him nothing. Let him drown. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not drowning with my children.
Okay, but what it is
I know it ain't personal. I know it's not personal. I know it's not personal.
That's just a saying.
I know it's not personal. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, that's how men react. If you give a person, because again, if a person give me some criticism, that's criticism, constructive criticism. Right. Fool, do this, do that. I don't need you to tell me how to raise my child. That is an emotional response. That's not productive at all.
So can I?
So I'm not making this personal. I'm not making this personal at all. It was times where I've bought a lot of clothes for my child and my brother. He's told me, fool, them kids gonna grow out of that shit so fast. You don't have to spend all of that money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta spend all that money on them clothes because they're gonna grow fast. Buy clothes for them to grow into.
Right. 100.
And I've took that. You know what I'm saying? Took that advice.
Right.
So it's certain things.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying, what works for you might not work for me.
It's nothing, but you missing it. It's nothing that it says that you should then turn around and say, I don't need you to show me how to raise my children. I just told you, whether you agree with his advice or not, it's your
should just listen to it.
as a man to apply it the way you see fit. You apply the information he giving you the way you want to raise your children. You don't never shame the nigga that's trying to give you some game.
So can I just ask a question?
It's just be like, I feel you, but
I
don't even agree with that.
I wouldn't even do that. I'll be like, I feel you.
So do y'all feel like that?
I feel you. Okay, that's what's up.
Do y'all feel like women have these conversations? Just like how y'all said y'all would check your man or, give him a little bit of advice. Do you feel like women have these conversations, mothers?
I believe that, no. I believe that if a woman, I'm being 100 with you, but this is just my belief system.
I just want to say I love it here.
If you're a young girl and you get pregnant and you 21, you never go to a woman for advice because she's going to tell you, she's going to give you advice that's going to end you in the same position that she's in, alone. Okay?
You know what?
I'm gonna tell you,
she's not alone? What if she's married?
25% of y'all are. 75% of y'all are.
Okay, back to the percentage. I get
but the reason why people like her don't want to rely on percentages, because percentages represent reality.
Okay, but
that's reality. That's we all know black people are 11% in this country. It's so like 40s. Hold on. It's 46 million of us. Why you keep bringing up numbers? Because it's fucking relevant. This is how many people it is, and we can't have an educated opinion without numbers. Okay. Numbers speak reality. You want to keep saying
women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
LeBron James.
Do you think that so if a female that's 21 and under
y'all ain't hot,
goes to a lady that's older, and let's say she's
Carl, you ain't hot over there,
and she's like,
hey,
what should I do about
this hair ain't working?
What should I do about my situation?
Right.
You don't
central ventilation in here. This hair ain't working.
Advice at all?
No, I think that, and this is just my opinion. Right?
Okay.
I think that all too many times. Women
what is the joke?
He said, "Boss, he ain't working." Go ahead.
Okay,
all too many times women give the bad advice.
Okay.
That's why I say
off emotion.
Off emotion.
I agree.
That's why I say don't get advice from a woman because she's going to cater to your emotions opposed to a logical situation. There are many 40-year-old women today that have dated guys in their early 20s, right?
Right.
That were good and significant men, right? They were good providers and all of that, but because they weren't perfect in their eyes or they had some shortcomings, they dropped them because they always think they can find another one, right? But then they end up 40 and they find out it ain't an enormous amount of good men out here.
Right.
I wish I would have just dated that and tolerated that dumb shit because if I knew then
what's the dumb shit though, Coons? What's the dumb shit? What's the dumb shit? I just want to know the dumb shit.
Right.
I just want to know the dumb shit. I'm sorry.
Where he was going with it, I had a question, but I wanted you.
I just want to know the dumb shit. I'm sorry.
I'm saying what I know now opposed to what I knew then. I would have learned that those things that I value when I was 21, I shouldn't have.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. So do men go to other older men and ask for advice?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Men are, that's why I said men. That's why I started off the sentence with saying men are not much different than they were of men yesterday, right? But women are.
Right.
You never hear men saying, I don't need a woman for nothing, right? I want to be by myself, right? You don't hear men saying that, right? All men want to be with a woman unless they live an alternative lifestyle, right?
Okay.
And then they just want to be with something else. But what I'm saying is, you don't hear men celebrating saying, I want to be by myself. I don't need a woman for nothing. If one of my friends say I don't need a woman, I wouldn't want to be his friend. Because he's telling me possibly he lives an alternative lifestyle that I don't participate in, right?
Okay.
Or his morals and principles ain't together.
Shout out to
What's better than a significant other?
So you know men that these two, I cannot.
They got high.
Like what is happening?
Go ahead, continue your conversation.
So you think that? Now I forgot my fucking question. Fuck, what's we talking about?
Oh, shit.
Can y'all be quiet?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at him. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm laughing at him.
Fuck, what was I about to say? I forgot.
You was about to say men ain't shit. That's what you was about to say.
No, and let's be clear. I never said that all men ain't shit.
No, you said black men ain't shit.
There are a lot of black men who are not on their shit, and unless
the numbers don't support that. That's what I'm just saying. The numbers don't. For you to keep
you
saying
must know a lot of hood niggas.
I'm specific.
I do. That's the problem.
The problem is right. So the niggas you deal with ain't shit.
First of all,
right. The
first
niggas
of all,
that you're
let's start here because the niggas that I deal with are a fucking one. Okay, and I can give you.
But you're single.
I'm not talking about who I date.
Then why none of them want you?
Who said they didn't want me? Baby?
Why are you single? So you choose to be single.
Everybody who knows
so you're 30-something. So you're a 37-year-old
Everybody
woman.
Who knows
37, not 37.
Damn,
you said 30-something.
You look good for 37, baby. I'm telling you.
So she wants the world to believe that she's a 30-something-year-old woman with an enormous amount of high-quality options and chooses not to be with them.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they ain't shit.
I know somebody like that, but I ain't gonna say it.
Finish. But you have to understand why I feel like that right now. It's not like I'm saying I don't never want to be in a relationship. It's just that when you come out of a relationship, maybe you want to take some time to yourself.
When the last time you was in a relationship, April?
Like, what's wrong with that?
When was the last time you was in a relationship, April?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you said you just came out of. So when was your last relationship?
So the guy that I still talk to,
your
we
last
on and off. Oh, like a full blown relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know what a relationship. A relationship means when you commit to another person. Okay.
I would say like a year ago.
A year ago. How long did that relationship last?
Okay.
We still talk.
Well, how long were you together? How long was y'all
Exactly.
This is what women do, y'all.
This is what women do.
They can't answer simple questions. I said, how long was y'all together? So you answered the first one. Y'all broke up a year ago. How long was y'all together in an official relationship?
Because there's people watching and I don't want them to...
Oh, you was cheating. Got it.
Remember, men ain't shit. Remember, men aren't
Don't
shit, right?
take it
But she was in a monogamous relationship, and she wants to cover up her past discretions.
Hot in the pants.
You brought it on yourself.
I was in a relationship, so all my relationships have lasted a long time. Okay?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Like,
So you're not going to allow you to get away with stuff.
I'm not saying my relationship been like 6
This
months.
nigga's hilarious.
Or like,
Hey, Combs, you are welcome back next
like
week.
for me, what I call...
This nigga's
Can y'all let
hilarious.
us talk?
I'm sorry. Well, excuse me, man. This is my show.
Is it?
Right.
Because you want to get on that?
Talk.
Where your name at?
Oh, baby, it's in the fine print.
Speak your
Get your
mind.
shine on, honey.
It's in the fine print. Don't
Can I
worry
get a
about
drink,
it.
please?
God damn, we've been about 2 hours, didn't we?
But no, all my relationships
1:30.
have been long. And it's
Mine, y'all
not...
30. Oh, how many relationships
So do
you
you
been in?
really think that
How old are you?
Okay,
32.
let me just say this.
33. She's 33.
I have
The
no...
problem that I have, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish. The problem that I
Okay,
have,
Kanye,
that
sure.
words have meaning,
Don't got
right?
all the-
And
don't
the
got
problem
all
that
the
I have,
answers, Sway.
too many people use fillers. Like I've been
Kanye,
in
he
long
think he
relationships,
do. He
and
do.
she
All the
only
answers, Sway.
30 something, 31 years old, maybe even 30.
33. She older than
So
you.
she
I
33
had
years old.
4...
How many long relationships? And so what constitutes long? A year?
No.
Oh, shit.
2
No.
years?
No, baby.
See, because 5 years mean long to me, like a
is
long.
5.
So you've been in 4 different relationships that all lasted a span of 4 years.
Yes.
So 20 years.
wrap
So
this
you've
up
been in a
in
relationship.
gotta-
So you was been in a relationship. So she went from a
Let me
relationship
say
from
this.
13 to
Yes.
23.
First of
Then
all-
20.
Hey, Meech.
First of all, let me say this.
got
I
PP.
have always been in relationships my whole entire life. Since people are so interested, the reason why I am single is because this is my first time being a single female. I am experiencing it. I am enjoying it. I am loving every bit of this shit.
So you round all these
for
ballers
me,
and you say,
I've
fuck it.
always been in relationships, and they have always been long relationships.
Why
and
not-
it's
why-
not that they left me. It's just that I left.
What?
And
Oh, so you're the cause of your own demise.
I'm not the cause of anything.
No. I'm saying that all too many
So the
times.
reason why
So
I
you're
have-
breaking up homes.
How?
Lord.
It was our home. I ain't breaking up nobody's home. The
That's
last
up.
relationship, I had someone who wanted to be under me all the time.
Right.
And every time I explained to him that that's not what I wanted,
Right.
it became a problem.
And it took 4 years
So-
for you to make a decision.
It took a while for me because at the end of the day, he's a good dude.
Right.
But for me, I work through my problems. I'm not one of them that's like, oh, let me hurry up and leave. That's why all my relationships have lasted long.
Well, that's
So-
probably bad.
It's not bad. You supposed to give up on people?
No, you're wasting a lot of time. Well, it's obvious that if you having multiple long-term relationships, that means you're not a good picker, right? A reasonable
No, but
person
they
was.
have been good pickers. It's just that you have to understand what I'm saying. Again, are you
You can't
listening?
have. I'm just
Are
saying.
you listening?
I can't
Coach,
constitute them as
listen,
good picks
listen,
if they don't
listen.
last forever.
It's not them. What I'm saying again is that you have to understand who you're dating. So because he wasn't getting what I wanted, and I kept saying I did not want to be under you 24/7,
Right.
it's time for me to move on.
Right.
And
Why did it
because
take
I
you
love
4
you,
years?
and because I care about you, I want you to go be with someone that you can be.
I
crazy
understand
with.
that. My question is you. Forget him.
Okay.
Why is it taking you 5 years to realize that he's not going to change?
It's not that it happened like 5. It's like a lot. Like you move in with people, then you start to see
Maybe
stuff.
we should.
Like
Maybe we should have took your time.
I always take my time, but it's just like, I mean, at the end of the day,
But I can only say this: at least you don't have no children out of it. That's
I don't
still
have any
respectable.
kids, and at the end of the day, it's like
That's
any
respectable.
guy that I have dated, and I'm putting this on my mother's life. Any guy that I have ever been in a relationship with will be back with me today if I make a phone call.
Is that a fact?
It's a fact, baby, because they still reach out every
Tell
day.
him, Queen.
For some pausing.
No. They paying bills. They knocking shit off my credit
Tricks.
score. Like,
Tricks.
let's start
Tricks.
there.
Women
Okay,
have-
that's enough. That's a topic for another
women
show.
have
These
a
are my exes.
women have a
But I'm still
misconception
stepping up.
that
Like,
they will fuck
stop
them
playing
or
with
give
me.
them money as if that means that they will be with
No,
them.
he's
That's a
still-
topic for another
Listen,
show, ladies and
baby,
gentlemen.
I have these conversations, okay?
Okay,
If
well-
I wanted to be back in a relationship at any given moment, then
All right. Oh well, that right there.
Anybody
that
can be
right
with
there.
anybody. What about the good men that you want? Why don't they want you?
they are good men. Who makes them bad men?
If they're not good men,
look. This conversation gonna go on forever.
If they are good men, hold on.
Has not been enough for you?
If they're good men,
still gonna take me down?
If they're good men, why are you not with them?
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, ladies and gentlemen.
She's saying that she left all these good men.
I left them because it was my own personal problems. It had nothing to do with these men.
When I say good, I wasn't necessarily talking about their character. I'm saying that why are they not good enough for you to be with?
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, listen.
And the man that you consider good enough, why does he not want you? I'm confused.
Man, listen. That's the topic for another show. But look at it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Real Brody, and this is the We Say.
They Say.
Hold on. Y'all ain't loud enough. I'm the host of Real Brody, and this is the We Say.
They Say
podcast. We got Miss April in the house. We got Hefe maintained. I'm sorry, I fucked his name up earlier. My bad. We got my brother, my DJ, my motherfucking man. Meet you 2 times, say it 2 times.
Fucking 4 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, we out.